Welcome back to Quasimorph. Now before I start playing the game, I just want to mention that I played about 3 hours of camera and I did a lot of good work. Now, this video will be a let's play, but also will explain a couple of other things. So this will be about the factions and how you keep them in check. Now, I recommend you just select the few factions you will help. Usually you need to select about 5 of them that will become your greatest allies. And because of the new version of the game, we can actually take over a faction, a corporation. And you have the management over here also to take control of one of the minor corporations. Now what is that? Well, you have the Death Clan, which are the demons, and then you have the Hexarchy, which is just the biggest corporations. Then you have the small ones, so anything that is not the Hexarchy or Death Clan is a minor corporation, a minor faction. And you can take over them. Now, I'm not sure how this will work, I'll tell you when we reach that point because it's a lot of farming until then, but I want the corporation I take over to be very, very strong. That might be a problem, it depends on how the mechanics work. But I always tend to join with Civil Resistance, Core Ward, Planet Bridge, Church of Revelation, and French Comte. Civil Resistance are basically the rebels, which are technically the good guys, but they're not as good as you think, but also not as bad. So Civil Resistance are the good guys, the people. Core Ward are just hardworking miners, which bring hard-working weapons to the field. Planet Bridge, they're all about the transport. And this is kind of reflected on their weapons and some other stuff. The Church of Revelation is just shotguns and a lot of other big weapons and a lot of other cool stuff. I kind of like them, especially in the beginning. You get very useful stuff. Like geoscanners, like class chips. Cosmos, the Jeff Armor. I said the Jeff Armor was badly nerfed. And lastly, but not the least, French Comte. What are these guys about? The prison stuff or? Yeah, prison solution. So they're kind of like the Judge Dredd of the universe, even though he's like Captain Falcon. I think they have a Judge Dredd. Yeah, they have the Dredd costume. Or at least the helmet. They have a lot of cool weapons like this is an SMG I believe and some other stuff. Anyway, I like to always help them because they're the only ones who are actually fighting against the Hexarchy. Now the problem with the current version of the game is that usually the Hexarchy will fight against the minor corporations and they'll beat them so badly they'll become very, very strong, and then they will kind of ignore Death Clans. So we'll have the Hexarchy and Death Clan that are super strong, and that will make the game very boring because at some point Death Clan will become too strong and you'll have only Death Clan missions or basically Ancom or Real War, because even the Hexarchy will thin out to the point where you only have 1 or 2 corporations left. There's a permanent destruction of corporations right now, which is kind of annoying because I don't want to lose any of the factions on the map. It would make the game less interesting. So I chose to help Civil Resistance, which is very, very hard to help and they're very slow to grow. Because they will basically be the first corporation that will get attacked by the Hexarchy. So because I helped Civil Resistance and Core Ward quite a bit, 20, there I have them a little bit, Church as well, and French, not that much. Why am I -6? I guess I attacked them at some point. And this means the other corporations kind of hate me more or less. But also did some missions for them as well. SBN really, really hates me. Now, this is done because of 2 reasons. 1, preserve all of the corporations and maintain a balance of power, and 2, it's easier to fight the Hexarchy when they're not higher tech level. Because when this faction reaches, let's say, tech level 3, I think, oh, they just get some armor and so that's not so bad. But when they get to tech level 4, they get endgame weapons which will shred you to pieces. And that will not be fun. Also, these guys, when they reach level 4, as you can see, they get much tougher armor, and this rifle over here, which is kind of a bad. Well, let's just say it's a great weapon to use against the player, but the player cannot use it that well, because they get access to Buffalo backpacks. So in a way, it's also, well, I guess it's the 4th reason. First, balance. Second, tech level, and the 3rd one, if you fight these guys a lot, you'll get a lot of Buffalo backpacks. So it's actually easier to fight them than to trade with them at some point. Tilty Sally gets the shock weapons at level 2. I think the developers made a huge mistake because this fires 5 bullets at a single time. Press Alt to see this. So yeah, if you have a lot of stuff on your character, the range accuracy of 50% will turn into 100%. So try to not be very heavy. So this is an anti-player weapon because it kind of gets the worst out of the player. So if you fight these guys while you're very heavy, you'll get hit by all of the teams, and if it's a crit, it's between 1 and 37. Okay, so if you have 5 hits, that means 150 damage, and if they crit, that's it, you're dead. I don't know why they have a weapon like this in the game. Makes no point, serves no point. Maybe they reduce the amount of shots it fires per attack. But this is super bad. The other weapons are not so bad. And these guys, as you can see, at tech level 3, they're not so bad. But at 4, they get some really awesome stuff. So, as you can see, the more tech heavy they become, the harder they are to kill and the harder the missions are against them. So at some point, if they are, let's say, realware, you will have to fight them in their best armor, equipped with some of their best weapons, and that will not be fun at all. So that's why I try in the beginning of the game to keep some factions very weak, especially the Hexarchy, and also Tets Clan needs to be brought lower. Apparently they're not really doing anything, so that's why I guess you can ignore them for now, but they're gaining a lot of tech per week. Actually, no, they're not gaining that much, only 3, but they're gaining a lot of power. On the other hand, because I did missions against them, they are uncommissioning free tech. I guess because I helped the other guys win more missions, these guys are very weak. So, look at these guys. Minus 23 tech per week, because I attacked them so much. And they also lost some other missions to some other player, but SBN has a weird and crazy number of minus 68 tech points per week. If you're wondering why, it's because I attacked them so much I got bored of them, but it's also the type of the mission, and you can influence this in a lot of ways. So for example, if you go into, let's say, a system, a planet, or a station that has a lot of station controlled by, let's say, SBN, and you create missions there, show you will actually most likely end up with a lot of missions against them, and you can also switch the side. So if you have a mission against, let's say, Tets Clan and you're fighting with SBN, you might want to change it to attack SBN with Tets Clan, which is a little bit funny, but kind of get the idea. And then you can just create more missions. I got very lucky because I could upgrade this very fast. I have 3 charges. So that's how I kind of keep the factions under control. So for example, if Ancom is getting too strong, I'll go and do some missions for them, but I guess if they defend, they will lose some contracts. Yeah, looks like they're not doing too well. Great for me. So I'll just go to the station, make a lot of missions, and then win those missions against them, and they'll have lower growth and lower stats overall. This is kind of like the big idea, and at some point I'll just have to trade with them as well. Look at that. So when I get about 2000 points, then I'll start trading with these factions. I guess I can show you. So they want those items. I don't think I have any of those items. And the stuff they're producing is not really something I want over here, but if they had something I want, I would trade something for them. And because I got 1547 reward points, by the way, when you finish your mission, you get a reward, or a reward materials, equipment, and then you also get some points. And the points you can exchange whenever you give them a single item, let's say, and then they'll just give you all of the points plus whatever else you gave them as value. So, what? Wait, can I sell it like this? I guess you can buy whatever they're producing. This is also one of the newer mechanics that I'm not sure if I should like or hate too much. You're just going to use those points. That's... Oh, give me my knife back. I cannot exchange a lot. But you can simply buy out their stuff. So, for example, if you go to another station and I'm allied with them and they have a lot of points for me, I can just buy the stuff I need. It's a great little mechanic. So after you do a mission, make sure you check their selling inventory, and if they have something you want, definitely buy it. With that, civil resistance wants to sabotage SBN. Let's look at SBN a little bit. And 68 plus 44. Let's do this mission. As you can see, I'm ready to do the mission. I also got very lucky. Usually, when you get a big crate, you should open it. If you get a weapon or an armor or guardsman clothes, just open them and use the items. They're very, very useful. Now, since I did so many missions against the Exarchy, they're actually quite weak overall. They're probably not going to kill me, but you never know. What is the mission I have to do? Get to floor 2. Some people might not agree with the style of gameplay that I'm using right now, meaning fast and deadly. That visor. Let's hear how this sounds. Oh, that's so cool. So you don't really have to look at their stats, their items. These are not elite soldiers, they're just normal grunts. Kind of... I think he attacked me with something else, because that sounded like a drill. I guess I can just buy them to sell them. Look, they are worth 400 each. I'll just take them, and if I find something better, I'll replace it. I can also just collect some implants. Sometimes they'll have implants. This gun is so powerful. Let's hit our chips. Let's... I guess I also need some glass. Okay, we have to throw everything. We have an AI module. I cannot use the ship to store items, but I can call a capsule in. I kind of like... This is kind of like the best upgrades I can get in the beginning. Capsule. I don't have the capsule yet. Or I don't know, it's under cooldown. The capsule and the extra missions per locations are the best thing I can get. I'm also looking at the food, just because I want some of the extra HP stuff. Probably end up giving that away as well, so no point in bothering to carry it. Because of the random events, sometimes you'll see enemies that are already dead and you don't know what happened. That's because of the way the game works right now. All of the enemies will just come and try to attack you as soon as you make a little bit of noise. Resist this. Too much poppy. This is kind of bad because it only has the burst mode. As you can see, it's not very fast in killing. I don't know why, okay. Kind of dislike this. You reload one bullet at a time, and it has a high chance of penetrating the enemy and hitting the enemy behind it. Duffel bag. Okay, I finally learned what the deal with the duffel bag is. The duffel bag can only be repaired one time. You repair it one, it has 10 durability, and that... And if you try to repair it again, it will dismantle. So we might as well just take it as it is, but also keep the backpack. I also see the total resistance. So this is 38, that's 42. I guess I'll keep it. I will lose some cold armor and some general armor. Just dismantle everything. Repair with rags or armor plate, which is kind of interesting because rags or armor plate, that's a big difference. Also trying not to get a lot of items because I'm pretty sure we'll throw away most of them. There's just another tourist. That's a new thing. I don't remember seeing that particular container. Oh, they have the cool looking helmet. I like it a lot, but it's worse than what I have over here. 27, 15. I'll just get it because it looks cool. I think I finished looting these guys, so let's move. Trash cans can have really interesting loot right now. Of these new containers, which usually have clothing items, but sometimes they will have armor. I don't trust this. Oh, it's so easy to kill the turret with this weapon. As you can see, the shotguns don't do anything against the turrets, but that does good work. I guess I should take the plastic as well, why not? I was afraid the turret would attack me through the window, because that's not a shot blocker. Okay, you have to go up there and see what happens. Okay, that's how I basically keep the factions under control while maintaining a little bit of a balance. Those are different. Now I know for pretty much a fact that there are no other enemies here because I killed most of them. That scares me. I'm speaking game, let me speak. I guess it was kind of far away and I didn't have time to get them. Yeah, so this is all of the random events you see over here. We're just eating all of the snacks. Oh, guardsman clothing, like I said. These things can drop some armor you will need, but they can also be used to upgrade some stuff on your ship, so we'll take them. Not really. Not really. Glory, okay, so they're kind of getting armor, so as you can see, even a difference between one tier can mean the difference between being dead or being alive. Some of these guys have really cool stuff. It's also very hard to look at every single item just like that, so I try to do my best, but things will slip under the cracks a lot of times. We will need that. Wow, these maps are kind of huge with their little offices. Also making sure I always have max health. Nothing there. Time to go to the second floor. Yeah, what a fun game. We're killing a lot of people with inferior weapons. So yeah, it's all about, sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's where you are on the station, because sometimes you can loot the items they are producing from the floor or from containers. Okay, who has a good weapon? I refuse. Kind of falling to this trap a lot of times, as you can see they will still attack you. So let them enter my room. They can still shoot me from the door, but it's not as likely to happen. What are they doing? They're taking their time, not patient. I'm not sure what that enemy said, but it definitely didn't say welcome. Kind of a waste. What happened? Come on, game. Don't do that to me while I'm reloading. That was so mean, and this tends to happen a lot of times. I'm not sure what to think about this particular mechanic. I mean, yeah, it's good, but I'm just trying to save some time.
You will die within a few hours.
Maybe sooner. I'm so tired of this stupid mechanic where the developers think, hey, you're unkillable, but let's make a wound system, an injury system that kills you because you're just too bored to watch all of your corners all the time. I don't want to play, I keep saying this, I don't want to play a single mission every hour. I know I can kill all of the enemies and finish the mission with a knife, and joking. I can finish most of these missions with only a knife. But no, the developers at some point decided you have to waste a lot of time. And I always keep saying, no, I don't have to waste any time. Okay. So, just take the basic stuff. Let me show you what I mean. We'll play this even faster than last time. Okay, that's all I need. I need only a sorbent and we're ready to go. Actually, we can use some of the nail guns we have. Because why not? And this has a 4 range. You know what? Nail gun a lot more. I am angry at the game, so I'll punish it by using the worst weapon. Okay, let's play this even faster. I guess I didn't have anything interesting as loot, and besides, the items I had were pretty common. Okay, we need to get... Put that away.
Somebody please.
Please help. That was so unlucky with the fire. The fire is sometimes useless, but I guess I just got caught in a bad situation. And the medkits are not as useful as they once were. I don't know. Game currently. I think I just want to keep the backup gun. But I'll definitely have to switch to the big gun at some point. That's such a slow reload. That a tourist backpack, just what I wanted. Let's start our shotgun collection from now on. But I guess they nerfed all of the right things because shotguns were too powerful. Now they feel pretty good, but still they should have nerfed the pistols, the energy pistols more, because they will just make a fire on you and you never have enough slots to take everything to put out the fire. I should leave some water for later. Percy is still a little bit overpowered because he can recover his HP bonus quite fast. But I mean, they just appear behind you. Binding knee. And this will give you range accuracy, but minus 15. Oh, that's too much. I like that this one has silencer. And the bonus... yeah. Bonuses are not enough to offset the downside. The nail gun is not half bad against this thing. I imagine he's loading the nail one at a time. Oh, there was someone with a buzzsaw in here. No. We got a can of spinach for finishing this area. Do you not see the dog in front of you? I guess you're not seeing the dog in front of him. Bodybuilding. Yeah, I feel like bodybuilding levels up way too fast. Not that I'm complaining. I guess it's based on movement. So you'll have to play a single level to get it. Doing that. 15. It's tempting to take some of... oh, okay. The chip there, I guess we can put... yeah, this will work. I mean, we can also call the capsule right now. Take the extra loot with us. I have come to steal your loot. Looks like most of these crates are empty, but I found some good items once or twice, so I'll just check them. Oh. Pretty much a given that the elevator will be here. I like these containers, they have good food. Chilled food. Nothing to the left, nothing to the right. I guess they're just stuffing me with food. No, I refuse. That window breaking sound is a little too loud. Oh, we even get glory pants. We can have a full glory set. That's interesting and rare. I have not seen one in a long time. Also, I like that you can replace the armor with rags. Just don't think too much about it. It's anti-bulletproof rag. I guess there's something there. So this is the problem. As you can see, dying makes me just play the game even faster because I have to recover the lost time. Mr. Veggie. You keep her, Mr. Veggie. I don't want Mr. Veggie. I guess it's also important never to give up and not to get too upset because of deaths like that. I keep losing my best stuff and then I finish the missions with my worst stuff. Need rusted string crude. Can I prepare to the tin can? That's I think too much. Ah, come on,
I'll make
punch me.
something of my life and come back to success.
Oh no, my stupid rule. I always have to pick this up when I see it. I guess I'll keep the cans since I'm so far into the game. Get that. By the way, what was my mission here? I keep forgetting. I guess I don't have a weapon for that, so... throw it away, but I also need light ammo. Just destroy the objective. I should just focus on my objective for now. They make such weird noises when they die. Huh, tough luck. But this time they didn't get me with their stupid energy gun.
We're just trying to survive.
Yeah, that's right, coming at me with a knife. So yeah, right now I'm trying to focus. When I'm focusing, I cannot really be... not really speak too much. Oh, that's... I guess that's also pretty fun to have. Then I'll switch to the rogue AR, yeah. I mean, he only had a pistol, that's why I was not afraid. And they don't do any damage to you, they're just wounding you until you die. Let's clear this area, there should be no one here. Okay, throw away the nail gun. This one has burst mode. Oh! I found the ritual area. I really want to keep all of this. I guess this is the main issue. And shotguns are not that good anymore. We'll just throw them away. Besides, we need as much range as we can get.
Somebody
But somewhat of a bigger gun. I guess now the dogs are kind of annoying, but still. Good container. Oh, a chemical processor, which I probably will need later. A medkit, which I'll probably need later, but they're not really as good as they could be. Death hammer. Oh, I need this right now. I guess I started collecting the cans, so I'll not stop now. Huh. I guess this is one of those moments where greed has to be left alone. He We did enough damage for once, so let's just play the level normally. Okay, so this area of the map is clear. I think it's just better to clear the map as you go, because if you don't clear it, then all of the enemies will start coming in your direction, and that's going to be worse, because you'll get flanked. Number one cause of death in the game, flanks or underestimating your enemies. Also seem to be a lot of similar items in the same spot. A lot of snack rooms and cult rooms. I don't want the cult rooms, but I want the snack rooms. There's another storage area. It's a shop. Kind of cool. Yeah, I missed having new layouts for the map. Seems like some of the newer maps will just give you a lot of resources. Just to ensure your survival. That's an item? No, it doesn't have it. Also, I think the developers made a huge mistake. How am I supposed to destroy this without getting caught in a fire? The answer is you don't, you have to be lucky. I'll shut the capsule, but worth using the capsule for stuff like this. That's the old builder I was using. Because now I want that shotgun ammo. Delicious home-cooked meals. Okay, not much to say. Again, I'm just trying to be 100% focused. Oh, I hate this. Fine, the only way to really do this is to just throw away the weapon and then punch the crates, but I guess there was nothing in the crates anyway. This is a bug, there's nothing in the crates themselves, only if you put the crate and something drops out of it, will it have something? That could have been very bad. We're already pretty much ready to leave. Unless there is a turret here that will kill us. No. Yes, as you can see, if I die, just play the game faster. The maps are also much bigger, but the loot is not really that much better in most cases. They should also make an auto bandage option. Okay, we are done. That was so unfortunate because of that silly little laser in the back. In the fire. Let's see what we got out of this one. Servo is nice. I guess the clothes are not really that good, but you get the idea why we did it. They lost a lot of power. We lost reputation with them. All clothes, I think it's just as an upgrade, yeah. Plus we have these things. And we're back. We can also replace this. Doesn't do enough damage with this. Okay, perfect. So yeah, even though this mission was not very smooth, as you can see, this is the way I'm playing right now. This is the way I'm making progress, at least until the enemies stack up a little more. But I'll never allow them to take up. I don't care about you and your silly little mission. So we got new missions over here. So as you can see, we're going to really hammer SBN until they basically run out of resources. We're really going to help the civil resistance until they become the first corporation in the game. Oh, look at that. So yeah, through my intervention, civil resistance is the #2 corporation in the game, only below Ted's clan. I think sadly their tech level is pretty low as well, and they're still losing tech because of other factors. But at least they're pretty strong right now, and I will beat SBN a little more than Tianming, because they seem to be kind of strong over here. Yeah, and this is how I'll be playing the game, and oh, but it takes such a long time to actually reach that point where you can upgrade your ship. For the management, not to mention the other stuff. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.